there, and welcome to my channel. If you would please hit the subscribe button on your way in, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you like what you see, hit the like. It's free and it helps get me out in that algorithm. Alright, let's get on to today's topic. Hi there, and happy Friday. Today I have for us first, I have a case update on a case that I've been following since February. And it's a local-ish case. I mean, I live in Michigan, and this is down in Pontiac, which is a bit away from me, but still too close for comfort. If you're new here, if you go into my playlists and look up Kelli Marie Bryant, I've got a playlist that throws out everything from the very beginning of when the incident happened or was caught to now to present day. So anyway, let's get started. So a quick little catch me up is that Kelli Marie Bryant was a mother out of Pontiac, Michigan. And on February 14th of 2025, there was a welfare check done on her home because she hadn't paid rent in months. And when police got there, they found 3 children, ages 15, 11, and 12, that had all been abandoned there from what they soon found out had been almost 4.5 years, and that their mother was living not far away, comfortable, clean, hair done, and she was dropping off food. She had not even spoken face-to-face to her children since 2019. It was a horrible, horrible case. And she is back in court. She was back in court last week. And so I've got the full... Well, I cut out the silent parts and I cut out the end part where she was walking out because we don't need to see that. But I've got the court hearing loaded up, and let's watch, and I'll go over it with you.
50, case numbers 2025-293-649-MC, case number 2025-293-653-FH, the People versus Kelli Bryant.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Anita Barrett on behalf of the people. Thank you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Cecilia Karen Hongo up here on behalf and with Kelli Bryant.
Thank
present
you.
with me in court. Yeah.
Can you please state your name for the record?
Kelli Bryant.
Thank you. I have this matter scheduled for a pretrial on both files. The file ending in 649 and the file ending in 653. I did receive a motion to quash that was pressed for hearing yesterday. I've now had an opportunity to review your response, so I'm going to...
Let's stop here and let me explain to you what motion to quash is. A motion to quash is a formal request to a court to invalidate a legal proceeding or document, such as a subpoena, arrest warrant, or complaint. It challenges the document's legal validity or sufficiency. How it works. The party filing the motion must present arguments and evidence to the court, and the court will then decide whether to grant or deny the motion. Consequences. If the motion is granted, the document or proceeding is deemed invalid. If denied, the legal action remains in effect.
Response. So I'm going to rule on that motion today. I haven't prepared a written opinion in order. My staff attorney will do that, just a brief opinion in order, but I'm very comfortable. I've had an opportunity to review your motion and brief, your response motion and brief, and more importantly for today's decision making, the transcript that was attached. I had an opportunity to review the entirety of the transcript. So I am respectfully going to be preparing a written opinion denying the defendant's motion to quash. There is no question in the court's mind that to a probable cause standard that the testimony that was presented in front of Judge Walker supported that the crime was committed and that to a probable cause standard she committed it. The issues that you rose specifically with regard to serious mental harm to a probable cause standard were supported at the district court level. So I'm respectfully finding that Judge Walker did not abuse her discretion and denying the motion.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
So the judge has denied her motion to quash. What they're basically saying is that they believe that the testimony that was given previously at the show of cause hearings to show that there was a reason that they wanted to charge Kelli Marie Bryant with 3 charges of second-degree child abuse, which she deserves, and 3 counts of welfare fraud. She's trying to say that this other judge was abusing her power and that there was not enough proof that she's done this or that she caused a certain degree of harm to her children that warranted them charging her with second-degree child abuse. Now, at one of the hearings and through one of the testimonies from a doctor, they were questioning this doctor if they literally questioned her, well, the kids were fine. They seemed mentally all right, didn't they? So that's kind of one of her defenses, that I did this, but they're all right, so it's okay. And to me, it just goes to show why something like this happened in the first place with someone like her. She's not taking accountability. Well, her children slept on pizza boxes and ate bread for dinner, lunch, and breakfast. She was getting her hair and her nails done. But she believes that there was no mental harm, that, they're okay now. And she really has not taken any accountability. In fact, that was part of the testimony. I believe that she's trying to get out from underneath, was testimony from detectives saying that she says, okay, well, what do I have to do to get myself out of this? It was all about herself. Even when she was caught calling the caregiver of her children, it was found that it was about her. If you all remember, her first week in jail, she got in trouble because part of her conditions were she was not to contact the caregiver of the children. Or she would get certain privileges taken away. And that is exactly what happened. And this happened because she called the person that is taking care of her children, which is her father. But this is the sad thing. She didn't ask how the children were. She asked about her bail money. That says so much to me. But I'm going to try not to go on a tangent on this one. Let's finish this up.
All right. Anything that can happen, that's kind of a shift, so you weren't expecting necessarily.
I've been checking the ROA literally up until right now.
So in terms of a meaningful pretrial, I'm assuming you've had at least some conversations. If it goes this way, then, or if it goes
not really
way,
on.
The definition of a pretrial, for anyone that doesn't know, these are hearings that are court proceedings where the judge may address various matters, including whether the defendant intends to plead guilty or go to trial, whether a jury trial is desired, and any other motions related to legal issues. Very similar to we saw one that a lot of us have a lot of emotions about. It's Brian Kohlberger, where he accepted a plea agreement. Continuing on.
Not really on.
Okay. Intention to do that?
Yes.
Okay. So should I set it for another pretrial in maybe a week, 2 weeks, to give you an opportunity to talk about the fact that that ruling has been made and the charges stand at the time being?
Yes, and 1 week is no good for me. So if it could be, and if it's at 1:30, I just need to check if that's okay.
I think it makes the most sense to conduct this at 1:30. I think it makes the most sense. Could we have a date at least 2 weeks out at 1:30 to have a meaningful pretrial?
That would be Thursday, July 24th.
Judge, can I just check my calendar?
Yes, please do.
Thank you.
Ms. Harris, please check yours. And then you can both tell me, does this give you enough time? I want it to be meaningful.
I'm just going to tell the court that I think we're going to probably pursue an interlocutory appeal. I just need to talk to Mr. Gonick, too. He's out of town this week. So if that's what...
The definition of an interlocutory appeal is, or an interim appeal, occurs when a ruling by a trial court is appealed while other aspects of the case are still proceeding. The rules governing how and when interlocutory appeals may be taken vary by jurisdiction. So they are basically appealing this judge's decision before the end of the trial. Most appeals happen after the decision has been made. This is a form of an appeal that can happen in the middle of a trial at any time.
So if that's what we're doing, it would not be a meaningful pretrial in 2 weeks. So I don't know if the court wants to schedule it, and I can let the court know he returns on Friday, or tomorrow.
I will set it.
Meaningful pretrial, the definition, is a pretrial conference or hearing that is productive and focused on resolving the case efficiently, either through settlement or by clarifying and narrowing the issues for trial. It's more than just a formality. It's an opportunity for parties to make real progress towards a resolution or preparation for a trial. So basically, they're saying if they intend on filing this interlocutory appeal or anything else, then it's best that they do that beforehand so that they don't have to either go to the date that's originally supposed to be the pretrial and have things pushed and pushed and pushed. Meaningful means productive, meaning we've got all of our ducks in a row and we're going to go and now we're going to decide, are we going forward with trial? Are we accepting a plea bargain? Yada, yada.
Tomorrow.
I will set it for a pretrial on July 24th, but out of respect for everybody's time, let us know if you are filing.
Yes, John, and the afternoon is fine on the 24th if we're doing a pretrial.
Let's do July 24th at 1:30, please.
Okay.
And a note from pretrial supervision is good, I believe. Let me make sure.
I haven't received anything bad, so.
She's been compliant with her weekly check-ins, did not incur any GPS tether violations, and understands the terms of her bond. No assaultive conduct, no contact with minors, no contact with minor victims or their caregivers, direct or indirect, home confinement tether except for medical emergencies, court or court-ordered testing, no travel without specific permission of the court, employment if verified. But at this point in time, is she employed?
She's not, Yana, and that was going to be one of my questions for the court because she does need to look for employment, and I just wanted to make sure that if she was to interview somewhere that she was allowed to go do that. When she comes to my office, we let pretrial services know, and that hasn't been a problem. I just wanted to make sure that if she needed to travel somewhere for an interview for employment, that would be okay with the court.
She can travel for an interview with permission ahead of time.
Yes, no, that's what we've done, and it's working out so far. They've been good.
We will see you July 24th.
Thank you.
Thank you, folks. Thanks for
Okay,
being
well, there you have it. That's the latest update on Kelli Marie Bryant. Still trying to get out of everything that she did, and there's no excuse. So, like I said earlier in the video, check out my playlist. It's Kelli Marie Bryant. I am going to try and find some more of the links to the testimony, because if you're not caught up, I implore you to listen to the testimony from these officers that had to go in and save these children. And these are detectives. They've seen some of the worst things in the world, and they still weren't prepared for what they saw when they walked into that townhouse and found 3 children who had been taking care of themselves and literally hadn't seen the light of day in years. No one, think about this, no one to hug and kiss them goodnight. No one to snuggle them when they had a nightmare. No one to show them how to brush their teeth, how to bathe. No one to teach them. It's disgusting. And I hope she gets exactly what she deserves. Until next time, Cutsy out.